Hi there, my name is Joshua Brown from the job recruitment training company howtobecome.com, and in this presentation I will teach you how to prepare for the PwC recruitment tests, interviews and application stages, and in particular I'm going to focus on the very important PwC values. Now if you're applying to join PwC, then you need to understand and learn the 5 PwC values. So, if you're applying to join PwC for any job role whatsoever, then please make sure you watch this video from start to finish because I'm going to help you to succeed. Now to achieve that goal, this is what I will cover. I will teach you the PwC values and explain why they are so important. I'll also provide you with an insider's breakdown of how you will be assessed during the PwC selection process. I will then give you some PwCValues test questions to try, and this is really important as I'll be sharing the strategies we have used to train thousands of aspiring job seekers so that they can score top marks during the selection process. And the sample questions I will share with you will enable you to do just that. And finally, I will tell you how you can download further resources including all of the answers to the PwCValues questions to help you pass the entire PwC selection process. And just very quickly, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I want to help you to pass the PW selection process, and I can only do that if you are subscribed. And please don't forget to hit that like button because this tells me you find these tutorials useful. Okay, let's get started with how you'll be assessed during the PwC assessment process and why the values are so important. Now, during the PwC selection process, you'll be assessed against the 5 PwC values. Now I'll tell you in a minute what those values are, but first, let's take a look at where in the recruitment process it's critical for you to demonstrate them. So it's essential to demonstrate these values during your application form answers. You'll also need to demonstrate them in your online and in-person assessment centre tests, as well as during all of the interview stages. So in other words, you'll need to demonstrate the PwC values throughout the entire selection process. And that's because the values are the foundations of PwC's success. In essence, they are the bedrock of what PwC expects from its staff. So there are 5 values consisting of act with integrity, stand up and speak for what is right, even when under pressure or under difficult circumstances. Always strive to deliver service to the highest quality and expect the same in return. Always act and make decisions as if your own personal reputation is at stake. Now the next value is make a difference. Now beware and be curious of the world that we live in and ask questions about the future of our world. Aim to create a positive impact through actions when dealing with colleagues and clients. Adapt willingly to the changing environment which we operate within. Now the third value is care. And this means that we have to endeavour to understand the needs of every individual and what is important to them. Be able to recognise the values which each person contributes. Offer support and advice to others to assist in their development and growth. And work in ways which brings out the best performance. Now the fourth value is work together. Now this means that we collaborate with others and willingly share information and ideas. Always listen to other people's perspectives and views, and implement action where appropriate. Actively seek and offer feedback to assist in improving yourself and to help others. And the final value is reimagine the impossible. Challenge the way that we do things and always look to try new things and to improve the quality of service. Be innovative, test and implement lessons learnt from any failure. Be open-minded to the possibility of any idea. Now, by truly learning these values and how they can be demonstrated in your actions and application, interview and assessment centre answers, you can greatly increase your chances of success. Okay, let's now move on to the PwCValues test questions. Now before we start the test, it's important to understand that this test is designed to help you learn how to demonstrate the values. This style of guidance has helped thousands of aspiring job seekers to gain an edge and prepare effectively to join their chosen job roles and companies. So make sure that you're in a quiet room where you can concentrate and answer these questions to the best of your ability under timed conditions. And just very quickly, when you're ready, click that link in the top right hand corner. It will take you to my website, howtobecome.com, where you can download my 50 PwC test questions and answers to give you the edge in your PwC application and selection process, including the ones we're covering right now. A quick disclaimer, the content contained within this presentation is for educational purposes only. It does not constitute as legal or official PwC procedures or policies in any way. The sole purpose of the scenarios used and the suggested answer options is to help familiarise you with the values. The answers do not necessarily reflect the law, guidelines or procedures expected of PwC staff. Okay, let's take a look at the first test question. Question 1, here we go. A client contacts you about a service they want to purchase. They want to know the cost and the lead time. After looking at the service and the client's needs, you can see that the service they have chosen is not the one most suitable for their needs. There is a cheaper and more suitable alternative. How would you handle this situation? Now you have answer option A, which is sell the service to the client because that will give the business more money, regardless of whether the service is suitable or not. Option B is to try and sell the client both services so that they have the service they requested and also the one which is better suited to their needs. Option C is to tell the client about the more suitable alternative service which you think is better for their needs and insist they purchase that one instead. And finally, option D is take time to explain to the customer how the alternative service would better suit their needs and give them some time to make an informed decision. Now make your best attempt at answering this question based on these answer options, carefully considering the PwC values that we just looked at. Okay, your 20-second timer starts now. So how did you get on? The correct answer is answer D. Now the reason why D is the best option is because you are not just selling a service, but you're also recommending a cheaper alternative service which would suit their needs better. This would help to build trust with the client and could possibly lead to better testimonials and further business. By having the customer's interest at the forefront of your decision demonstrates the values, care and act with integrity. Okay, let's try another one. Question 2. You have been working long hours on a time-sensitive project. You send your timesheet to your project manager, and they reply asking you not to declare some of your worked hours. Your project manager says it's outside of the allowed budget. What do you do? A. Do you tell your manager that as long as you get paid for the hours, you are happy to not declare all of the worked hours on the timesheet? B. Do nothing. Tell your manager if they want to change the hours, they should do so themselves, but you will not get involved. C. Tell your manager that you would not be comfortable with changing the hours on your timesheet and instead discuss your concerns with the manager. And finally, option D, agree to your manager's request to change the hours on your timesheet, as after all, they're in charge and you wouldn't want to get into trouble. Now this time, try putting your answer and also the values that you think are being demonstrated in the correct answer in the comment section below the video. Okay, your 20-second timer starts now. Okay, the correct answer option was number C. Now the reason why C is the only suitable answer. It'd be unethical to not declare all of the worked hours on your timesheet, and it goes against the value of act with integrity. Let me know how you did in the comment section below the video. Okay, let's now take a look at another question before moving on to a mock test. So the third question is, you are in a meeting with fellow workers and you have forwarded a brilliant idea which you believe will be fundamental to the success of the business. Other workers have also put forward their ideas. After some deliberation, your manager chooses a colleague's idea instead of yours. You're disappointed. How do you react? Okay, A. Do you ask for a meeting with your manager and try to convince them that your proposal is a more suitable one so that they overturn the decision? B. Accept the decision, but speak to your manager and ask to be moved onto a different team within the business because you feel your idea was the best one. It's important that your voice is heard and your ideas are put into action. Option C is to accept and support the decision even though you feel that your proposal was more suitable. Collectively, another direction has been chosen and your performance and commitment to the project will not be affected. Or will you go with option D, which is to raise the issue there and then in the meeting and say that you're not happy with your manager's decision? If you don't speak up and say how you feel, things will fester and you will feel resentment. Okay, 20 seconds on the timer starts now. How did you get on? The correct answer is option C. Now C is the best option as it demonstrates the work together and care values. It is vital that all staff are able to recognise the contributions and ideas of others and support any collective decisions. Now don't go anywhere as I still have more questions and answers to give you, including a timed mock test. But when you're ready, click that link in the top right hand corner. It will take you to my website, howtobecome.com, where you can download and get access to 50 PwC assessment test questions to give you the edge in your application and interview stages. Okay, now try the questions yourself under mock test conditions. Just like before, you have 20 seconds per question. Make sure you put your answers in the comment section below, where I will get back to you with feedback. Bonus points if you can also name the values being demonstrated. Okay, here we go. It's the end of the day and you are in the workplace locker room, changing out of your work uniform. You overhear two colleagues making offensive remarks about one of your colleagues. What do you do in this situation? Do you A. Ignore the comments? If the person does not hear them, it will have no impact on them. B. Tell your manager about the offensive comments. Let them deal with the issue. C. Challenge your colleagues immediately. Tell them to stop making the comments or you'll inform the colleague in question. Or will you go with option D, which is challenge your colleagues, tell them that they're being disrespectful and that they are not acting with integrity. Tell them to stop this practice and inform your manager. Okay, 20 seconds on the timer starts now. Okay, the next question is, you are working on an important project when a co-worker who has just joined the company approaches you to ask for advice on how to complete a specific task. What would you do? A. Because they are new, tell them to find out how to complete the task themselves. After all, they need to be able to work independently. B. Stop what you're doing and take the time to advise them. If it means you have to put in extra time to get your project finished, so be it. It's important you offer your advice and expertise to the new co-worker because you are part of the same team. Would you go with option C, which is tell them you're busy with an important project of your own and you don't have the time to help them? Advise them to speak to a different co-worker who might be able to assist them. Or finally, option D, tell the co-worker you will help them, but they'll have to come back another time once you have finished your project. 20 seconds on the timer starts now. The next question is, a customer calls you to complain about the service they have received. They're angry about the situation and they start shouting at you. How would you deal with this situation? Would you A. Tell the customer that unless they stop shouting at you, you will not deal with their complaint. You have rights too, and you're not prepared to be spoken at in that manner. If the customer calms down, you will then deal with their complaint professionally and efficiently. B. Let the customer speak and listen to their concerns. You don't take what they say personally. Show empathy for the customer's situation and apologise quickly if the company is at fault. Tell the customer you would feel the same as they do if the situation had happened to you, before telling them what you are going to do to rectify things for them. Keep the customer updated with progress and try to learn from the complaint so it does not happen again. Or would you go with option C, which is tell the customer you will pass on their complaint to your supervisor and he or she will be in touch as soon as they are available to deal with it. Write down the details of the customer's complaint and their telephone contact number before passing on the details to your supervisor. And finally, option D, would you tell the customer you would ask your supervisor to contact them as soon as possible? Write down their number and pass it on to your supervisor so that they can deal with it. Okay, 20 seconds starts now. So how did you get on? Now hopefully these questions and answers have helped to provide you with a basic understanding of the PwC values and why they are so important to your success. Remember, don't forget to put your answers in the comment section below for feedback. Now, if you would like further help, the next thing to do is to please make sure you click that button in the top right hand corner of this video right now, head through to my website, howtobecome.com, where you can download these slides and get access to 50 PwCValues assessment test questions, just like these ones that we've looked at today, plus the scripted interview answers that demonstrate all of the assessable values and practice tests based on a similar style of the PwC Assessment Centre and aptitude test questions. You can literally have access to all of this within your inbox within 2 minutes from now, and it's guaranteed to help you prepare effectively for the entire PwC selection process, and also, more importantly, put you ahead of the competition. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe, as I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible pass their job interviews and job selection processes, and I can only do that if you are subscribed. Please also hit that like button, as this encourages me to make more videos just like this. Now, if you have any questions regarding any job interview, please feel free to put these in the comment section below, where I will get back to you, and let me know the name of the specific job that you're applying to, and I will give you the exact questions that you need to prepare for. And finally, if you'd like to connect with me on LinkedIn, I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below. It's always great to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best for your PwC application and selection process. Have a fantastic day.